Hey everyone, I have another journal share with you, and very quickly before I get into it, I just wanted to thank April from Pink Oddbird. She's the one who inspired this journal about a month or so ago. She did a couple of Gothic nature journals, and I absolutely love that idea as a theme. So I went ahead and created these. So thank you, April. So this is a 9x6 journal. I left a plate blank so you can write in it. I put a lion's head down there so he can guard while you're writing. Just put some lace. This fabric I got at the thrift store. So there's two kind of really chunky signatures, if you can quite tell. I tried not to add too much, but sometimes honestly I really can't help myself. I had quite a bit of like black laces and trim, and I haven't used any, so I felt it was time. So on a lot of the pages I added some of these trims and laces. I did do some stamping on the pages, some stenciling here and there. I added these embossed die cuts. I think IT dyed these papers, I'm not sure. I might have a little bit of coffee and tea dye paper in here. I'm not too sure, but I think they're tea dyed. So here's some corner embellishments. Here's some music paper that I made a little pocket. And I put some of the add-on pieces from the kit, like the journaling card and a postcard. And on the back I made this little pocket here, and again there's some things that you can write on. All the backs of the ephemera pieces have been printed on the back. I also have throughout the journal these pages here. It's a black and white kit, so you can really print it on anything you want, and I printed it on the tea stained papers. And the kit comes with a floral image and an ornate border, or just a floral image, or just a border. So there's 30 pages total because there's 10 different designs. So throughout this journal I have all the different designs in here. I believe I used all 10. I just really like the look of black and white pages that add a little bit of extra to them. So here, what happened, I accidentally had a misprint, and it was a slight misprint, and I didn't want to throw them away, so I just cut them in half and I just folded them. So there's a lot of these in, well, not a lot, but there's about 5 or so in the journal, and this flips out so you can write in it. This is some book vintage like title pages, but printed on tracing paper. So this is actually an envelope from the tutorial of Patricia Vermontes. She just did not too long ago with using book pages. So I used dictionary pages, and I decorated the front and the back. They are blank, so you can put what you want. There's a couple of pockets in here, and here's the space. So here's some of the stenciling I did. I just added leaves around it. In the back of the page is blank. It does have a stencil, not a stencil, stamp, but it's a little faded. I don't know if you can see it. Some more stenciling with lace. This is a glassine bag, but I made it into a page. So there's one on this side and on the other side. And inside of it, I had used, I have a foil machine from Crafter's Companion, and I have one of their plates. Well, I have a couple of their plates, and this is the leftover paper that I didn't use. So I foiled onto black cardstock, like a metallic black, and this was leftover. So honestly, I just cut it down to size to fit the glassine envelopes, and I just put it in there. Some more of that trim with black lace, some floral images. You can see where the tea pulled up. Here's a pocket, and again, here's the journaling card and another one of these pages. I did do some sewing here and there, and I did do, I don't know how well you can see the stamping, but there is stamping on all the tea dyed pages. Here's some more stenciling. Here's a piece of fabric. It's black with like sequins and stuff, and this is gray, so it flips out. Some more trim. I did try to leave quite a bit of pages blank. I imagine people like to fill up journals, either write or add more detail to them. So I only like to do so much. I just like to basically start a journal for you, and then I imagine you enjoy finishing it. So this is actually a piece of fabric, and I turned it into a little corner tuck. Here's some journaling cards and a postcard. And this here, this also flips out, and you can write in there, and it's also a pocket. And again, here's another one of these sheets. More tracing paper. This is one of Tim Holtz's newest stamps. His architecture, I think it's what it's called. All the pages, these and these, I forgot to mention, are printed on 32-pound double-sided matte presentation paper. So the images they're really crisp and clear. So here's the other side of that glassine bag, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but I decoupaged the front and back of this glassine bag with Tim Holtz collage paper, and I used his own matte medium, and honestly it came out perfect. So inside of this one, it also has the foiled images on black cardstock, the black metallic. Here's another pocket with a tag, and this is another envelope. Each signature has 2 of those envelopes from the tutorial of Patricia Vermontes. So this is a piece of fabric that I buy, like the Indian sari bundles and stuff like that. So this is a piece. I can't quite remember if this one's from Sheila or from a different buyer or seller. And this is the inside. Again, it has the pockets, and here's the back. And this is napkin decoupage here. And again, here's a faint image of what's it called? A stamp that I have. Here's more tracing paper. There we go. Tracing paper. Here's more lace. This is where I use one of the pieces. It's actually a side tuck, and right behind it, where no one can see, is a little journaling card. So you can keep secrets back here. And then here is another little corner pocket with some journaling cards. This I made into a 3-tiered pocket, and each pocket is its own pocket. I think I followed Genevieve for her tutorial on how to make this. So this is the biggest pocket. It goes all the way down. This one starts from here and goes here, and then this is this, and they don't mix. Sorry, I can't put that upside down. Okay, so there's enough space between the signatures to really throw stuff in here and let the journal grow even more. Here's more fabric. There's a belly band that I did. There's an embossing folder, and this is the Tim Holtz lace die, and I actually used his oxide spray walnut stain, and those are incredibly different results than the pads, the stamp pads. It looks a lot gray on the camera, but it oxidizes like crazy. And so here's a tag from leftover paper that I made, and I just backed it onto tea stain paper. I didn't really want to cut this down anymore. I really love the pattern. And there's some more stenciling down there. Some more tracing paper. Some more trim, and lace, and corner embossed. I don't know if I mentioned it, but these are embossed as well, these corner pieces. So here's where I used one of the foiled card. And here's some journaling and another one of these cards. And some stenciling on this page. Here's another card to journal on. Here's the third envelope. So that's the front and that's the back. And then that's just the blank page on the back. Lace, some more pages to write in. Here's another pocket, and again with more of that paper. Some more lace. Here's another fabric flip. And again, this is another piece from like those textiles, those boho textiles. Really pretty. Some more tracing paper. So there is still a lot of space. The middle of the signatures for all four of them, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did use one of the page spreads of the black and white floral kit. So here's another pocket, and the back is this journaling card, and what you can, and some stenciling and stamps throughout. And what you can do is flip this up, and there's more writing space in here. This is a die cut, and this back, like, it looks gray to me, but that's actually using walnut stain oxide spray. And in the little pocket here, there's a tag, and behind it is also a tuck spot. I forgot how many pages are in here, but there's quite a bit. So I'll have it in the listing. Here's some more journaling cards. Here's another pocket with the foiled design on it. Some more stenciling. This is, oops, sorry about that. This is the fourth envelope. So that's the front. Here's the inside, and here's the back. And again, more napkin decoupage. So it's just on the sheet of paper. Here's another collage piece that I did of various fabrics. And behind it is some postcards. Some more of that lace trim. And that's it. That's the end of the journal. So this one here got kind of chunky. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to, but it is also soft cover. I used file folder for it. So this journal will be in my Etsy store. Thank you all for watching. I do appreciate your comments and all the inspiration you guys give. So thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.